Good morning, black and white sports fans. Matrix and Rose, we're back in the house with another live stream this morning. Hope everybody's doing good on this Sunday. We're going to be talking about some sports. What's going on, Rhodes? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you this morning, Mr. Matrix? And
I am excellent.
What's up to everybody in the chat? We have a lot of our folks in here that are regularly in here. According to Christy, already popped us a super sticker this morning, I noticed.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, $1.99.
I must have. Oh, I see it. Yeah. We tell her not to send us anything, but it says thanks. So appreciate that. I didn't see it in the chat. Maybe it was like wait or I see it now. Yeah, I see it now. It popped up. Let me see if I can highlight it. There we go. Super sticker. But on StreamYard, you can't actually see what it actually says. So I have to go over here to YouTube to actually see it. But thanks anyway. And I see
Joe Bob Tarhill, Joe Blow, Joker Wonder Woman, Zeke Jordan, Tamantha Rogers, Nate Nelson, Darkside, Wade Wilson. Oh, we got some a-hole in here. I won't even call it his name. Super Sant. That's me. Voltron. Air Extreme 21. D-Will in the house. Mrs. Rants. Good morning, Sugar. Neither. Fast Sloth. Jesus Christ is also in the chat.
Praise the Lord.
And hello to everybody else that's in the house. Oh, yeah. LaCaren James.
How did you miss him? I saw LaCaren James in the chat.
Yeah. It's good. Always good to see LaCaren James.
Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. Please smash that thumbs up button if you do not mind. We really do appreciate it. Also, I pinned a comment. If anybody wants to donate directly via the website, you just don't have anything to say, you want to just drop us a donation. We get pretty much 100% of the proceeds if you donate directly to the website. Downside is you can't leave a message. I wish we actually had some way you can actually leave a message, but can't do it. So, all right, man.
Hey, Kenneth Allen is watching us in the afternoon from Ireland.
Ireland, wow, we're world famous, man. We are world famous.
I don't know about that. But Mick was on last week. He's in Ireland, right? He was on our member live stream.
He is. Yeah, he was on the member live stream. You're right about that. Yeah, you're right about that. And everybody's just saying a good morning. Mistress Kitson says, my favorite two YouTuber sports commentators. That warms my heart, man, when people think of us in such high regard. We're just regular Texas guys. But I'm glad you guys really do enjoy our content. And you guys probably noticed yesterday that we're utilizing Black and White Live in a different way. That channel is now monetized. And of course, you guys know that when we're done here, the live stream will be posted over there. But however, we're covering some additional sports topics over there on Black and White Live that doesn't really fit black and white sports. You know, we cover more of the woke sports angle, but like we covered the Albert Pujols trade, and Rhodes posted some AEW ratings content over there. And yeah, so that's a good idea by Rhodes. Give him all the credit for that. That was actually his idea.
The NBA ratings will start going over there since they're tied in with pro wrestling these days. So all of that will go over on Black and White Live. And look, we wanted to be able to get more content out to people. You know, our thing is people would be shocked how many of our subscribers actually say, guys, we want you to call out the horse shit, but we also want you to talk some sports. We want to know your opinion about what's going on. I am not covering the NBA. Neither one of us are going to watch it.
Not going to happen.
The NBA will not be covered. MLB will barely be covered. It's going to be predominantly NFL, XFL, pro wrestling, and college football. So, and very heavily, more than likely, it's going to be the Cowboys, Niners, Patriots, and Buccaneers is going to get a lot of focus over there on that channel. because I'm covering the GOAT. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm covering Tom Brady. That's all. Captain America is getting covered over on that channel. So,
yeah, guys, there's no way that I'm going to be watching the Martz's NBA channel. You guys can't pay me enough to watch them. It's not going to happen, man. I feel bad for like Clay Travis and those guys, because they got to actually watch games to actually cover the NBA. We are not doing that here. We're absolutely not going to do it, man.
Somebody did bring up MMA in the chat. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I would say just pretty much anything that that doesn't fit black and white sports will go over there.
Yeah, we actually almost changed the name of the channel. It was almost called Black and White Sports 2, and not the number 2, but TOO is what we almost named it.
Right.
And then we said to hell with it. Let's just keep it Black and White Live and just give those people some extra content. So
right. Somebody just said cover boxing. Yeah, like the whole Floyd Mayweather thing, because boxing, we tried covering the Mike Tyson fight. It was okay, but I think that would be more suited for Black and White Live.
Yeah. So, and if I could get some of the mods to make sure they drop that link over to that channel, we would appreciate that.
Yeah, somebody's bringing the Olympics.
Yeah. John, do you want to watch the Olympics?
Not really. Somebody says trans Olympics. That kind of story may actually go on Black and White Live. I mean, we've already covered some of that over here on this channel. Well,
now the Olympics will be a story on this channel, because I'm very interested to see the reaction from the woke NBA players,
right,
and from people like Megan Rapinoe. What is she going to do, since they have come out and said y'all aren't protesting? You will not get to protest at the Olympics.
Not allowed.
And look, they surveyed the athletes in there, and 60-some% of them, it was like 67% said no, we don't want to participate. We don't want to see protesting.
Exactly.
We want to come over here and compete. That's what we're here for. Yeah.
Can't blame them, man. I mean, athletes, man, when they go out there and do their job, I believe for the most part, they just want to do their job. I really do. But however, when you're talking about the NBA and the WNBA, which we're going to be talking about here really, really soon, it's all about the virtue signaling. And to tell you the truth, guys, the WNBA, I believe, is worse than the NBA when it comes to this social justice stuff. That's saying a lot. They just don't have the eyes on them, because I guess we might as well just get into it now. Game number 1, the Anthem protests started up again. That didn't even happen in the NBA. Yeah, the NBA, they started kneeling again after I can't remember. Another criminal got shot. I don't remember exactly which one it was. But WNBA, day one, man. They boycotted the national anthem. They walked off the court before the anthem played. I mean, what more do they want, really? They got rid of the orange man. He's gone. Derek Chauvin, guilty. Joe Biden is in office. What more are they screaming for at this point? But we already know, man, when you're woke, it will never be enough. It will never, ever be enough. And you actually had cities defund their police, and it didn't work out, but they did defund their police.
And a lot of them are refunding.
They're refunding the police because crime has skyrocketed. So why these people, these woke WNBA players, why are they still protesting the anthem? Why?
Because they're morons.
Well, yeah, we know they're morons.
Let's be honest. And they don't have the wherewithal to realize, look, your league is only surviving because it's being subsidized by the NBA. You guys realize that, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be in existence. Your ratings are god awful.
Their ratings are god awful, but check this out. Their ratings were up and it was still god awful.
Oh
They were getting what 300,000, 400,000 people, and they were down because their high was like 600,000. That was
right.
way back in 2004 when Diana Taurasi was drafted.
Yeah,
and Diana Taurasi is a great basketball player. She can really, really play, but she couldn't even bring up the WNBA to new heights.
No.
She couldn't do it.
Look, if you hadn't sent me that story, I would have had no idea the season started. Not any idea the season started. Because even when we start looking for stories out there to actually report on, you know what letters I never seem to remember to type in? WNBA.
Nobody cares, man. And you know what? Let me talk about the hypocrisy of ESPN. What did Stephen A. Smith say about the WNBA? They need more attention. And now Stephen A. Smith works for ESPN. We need to talk about it more and all this other stuff, all this virtue signaling. ESPN, when you go to their front page on ESPN, the WNBA is at the bottom. It's not even one of the top tabs that you click on when you go to ESPN.
It doesn't move the needle at all.
No, and they know that. They know that. Even the Undefeated really wasn't even talking about, the Undefeated is pretty woke.
Right.
They weren't even talking about the WNBA because nobody cares.
Look, do we have any idea who was drafted #1 in the WNBA last year? Do you know?
Don't know, don't care.
Oh, okay. Well,
nobody knows.
There you go.
Knows.
It's a mystery.
I mean, the only reason why I know some of these WNBA players is because pretty much the only WNBA players that anybody knows, they came from UConn. UConn's women's team is dominant. I mean, look at Breanna Stewart, UConn. Diana Taurasi, UConn. I know there's some other players too. People know Sue Bird, but at this point, they know Sue Bird for Megan Rapinoe.
Megan Rapinoe, yeah.
And people know Megan Rapinoe. Why? Because she's super duper woke. It ain't because she actually plays soccer. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean it's a non-relevant sport. Let's just be honest. That sport is not relevant whatsoever.
It's completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. And we got some super chats coming in. We're going to get to those super chats here in a few. You saw some, Rhodes?
Yeah, I saw something about...
Got this look on your face.
Yeah, Karen James said something about... Sarah Fuller was getting benched. Was so tasty.
Yeah.
It's karma. Look, I said, even LeBron James, when he went down with the ankle injury, I was like, karma is an evil devil in which you cannot escape,
And that's funny that you brought up Sarah Fuller. Ever since she left Vanderbilt football, nobody's talked about her. She came back into the news when we found out she got benched during the NCAA playoffs that nobody knew was even happening. So the virtue signaling is just completely insane. Let me get over here to a few of these super chats here. So I know that we got a few that actually came in. And we got a $10 super sticker from Sam Wynn. And it just says, thank you for sending that super chat. And the Salty Vet for $9.99. ESPN is just a propaganda machine for Disney, who in turn supports China. Absolutely 100%. So thank you for those super chats that have come in so far. But I don't know about day 2 of the WNBA. I haven't found out anything about it. If you actually type in WNBA in Google, the only thing you really find out is they're trying to virtue signal about it. You find out about the kneeling. But how many people are actually typing in the WNBA? Like Rhodes said, he didn't even know the WNBA was even happening.
The New York Liberty set out the national anthem yesterday.
Does it tell the other teams that did it too? Because I know they weren't the only ones.
And the Sparks, it looks like. Aren't they? Where are the Sparks? Where the hell? I don't even know what city.
Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're the wannabe Lakers.
Breanna Stewart and Seattle Storm lead pack in the WNBA. It's their 25th season. Who the hell even knew that? Who the hell knew
I knew that. I knew that because when I'm researching stuff, it tells you it's the 25th season. But if you dig even deeper, this is the 25th season, and they have yet to make a profit in any season. They lose an average of $10 million per year. And that is with the NBA subsidizing them. I don't know how long the WNBA is going to last because the NBA is a dying brand. The NBA's TV contract, man, they're not going to nearly get the money that they're going to be looking for. I don't know how long they're going to be able to subsidize the WNBA. Because eventually, man, those profit margins are going to get tight. And it's going to have to come to a point, man, to where the WNBA is going to have to be able to support themselves.
Okay. The WNBA will remain on ESPN through the league's 25th anniversary with the announcement planned for later today. This was older news, but Sports Business Daily reported the ESPN and WNBA had reached a deal, and I guess this is 10 years ago. In fact, it's through next year. Wow, this is embarrassing. 10 years, $12 million a year is their TV contract.
Wow.
$120 million for 10 years. And look, I watched some obscure shit. Do you want to know what I watched the other day?
What?
I watched the Spring League football.
Wow.
Because they're televising it on FS1 and Fox Sports now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, am I actually sitting here watching Ryan Mallett try to come back?
So is ESPN the only TV partner of the WNBA?
I'm sure they've got regional partners like the NBA
regional,
has.
But the thing is, man, guys, in case anybody doesn't know, the NBA generates a whole bunch of its revenue from TV deals. They're currently on a $24 billion TV deal. And the word is they want to ask for like $100 billion in 2024. That's not going to happen. ESPN is only paying the WNBA $12 million total.
$12 million a year. That's
wow!
It.
Oh, per year.
Yeah, but think about that.
This is why they lose money every year.
Think about what the NBA.
They don't have the eyes on it to demand more money.
I'm trying to see if I can find the numbers. You remember the Big Three league Ice Cube came out with? Actually getting some pretty decent.
Yeah, that was actually fun to watch.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of it actually. I'm trying to find a number figure tied to that because I want to know if it's bigger than the WNBA.
I'm willing to bet it probably was. It was on FS1. And Ice Cube had actually started that.
It looks like they're not going to give me. No, I can't find a dollar figure on it. But I bet you it is bigger than the WNBA. No.
But it doesn't take much to be bigger than the WNBA.
No. God, they were drawing some real crowds to the Big Three. Jesus.
Yeah, they had quite a few people. Does it tell you how many people they had in the stands?
On average, 14,000.
That sounds like the attendance of a WNBA game.
Yeah.
And the Big Three was a non-professional league. It was retired NBA players and celebrities.
Yeah.
But a lot of people can relate, to the Big Three, man, because that's the way we played on the basketball courts in the park, 3-on-3. It was rarely ever 5-on-5, and it was only half court. People can relate to that.
Well, and if you went and looked at the rosters, believe it or not, they had some dudes.
Yeah,
they had some dudes playing,
They did.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens, man. Terrell Owens is a great athlete, man. He can play basketball. He can play. He was in the bit 3, wasn't he?
I don't know about Terrell, but I know
no. He was doing NBA All-Star games. That's what it was.
Amari Stoudemire was out there playing. I know that. You know. Glenn Big Baby Rice was on one of those teams.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some of the other guys that was on there. But yeah, they probably had like
they had some guys.
Yeah.
Did that league did the bit 3 fold, or did they just stop because of the pandemic?
The pandemic,
yeah. Yeah. And pretty much, the pandemic is pretty much over now. So I cannot wait to see what the NBA does as far as fans in attendance next season. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be glorious to see what happens.
I said Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice played for the Heat back in the day.
Yeah, he played for the Heat and he played for the Lakers.
Yeah.
He's a damn good player, man.
Glenn Davis, is who I was thinking of. He played for the Celtics.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Gilbert Arenas did play in that league.
He did play that. Chauncey Billups. Somebody said Chauncey Billups too.
Yep. Steven Jackson. Man, I like Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson, yeah.
Tenacious defense.
Yeah, he's from my neck of the woods. I saw Steven Jackson at the casino years ago when I worked there. Got some more super chats here. Let me dive into that. And thank you for everybody that has donated via super chat here. And where are we at? Z Legacy with $5. I just typed in NBA and my phone automatically spelled check to China. It was not a coincidence. Even our phones know. That is hilarious, and I would not be surprised. Thank you for that super chat. Mick Walsh with €5. If Megan Rapinoe and the rest of the woke fools want to disrespect the Olympics, then the U.S. Olympic team had the right to kick woke idiots out. But they're not going to be able to do that at the Olympics. It's been banned. No wokeness at the Olympics. No BLM, none of that stuff.
Hey, John, here's the average attendance on the WNBA. I just looked it up.
Okay.
6,535.
Whoa. So the bit 3 pretty much doubled them up.
Yeah.
Wow.
More than doubled them up in a lot of games. Yeah.
Now you want to know why so many of the WNBA teams have folded and went under. I want to say like half of the teams have probably went under.
And it just kills me that these woke assholes want them to have equal pay. Why exactly would they have equal pay when nobody's watching them anywhere?
You wouldn't have a league. Actually, they'll be tapping into the NBA profits a whole lot more. I mean, when you talk about equal pay, man, NBA players, they get paid because of how good they are, but also the NBA is able to do that because of the demand for the NBA. There's no demand whatsoever for the WNBA. It's not happening.
Think about this a minute. 5 times the amount of people was tuning in to watch Landry Jones play for the XFL.
Wow.
Play quarterback for the XFL.
They had pretty good attendance.
Oh yeah. I'm going to tell you the XFL's problem visually. Except Washington. Washington had it right. They crammed basically 15,000 people into a 16,000, 17,000 seat stadium, and it looked great on TV. But then you had guys that were cramming 15,000 in the 40,000 seat stadiums, and it didn't look so good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, look, way outdrawing WNBA. Way more entertaining than the WNBA for sure.
The XFL, man, was so good, man. I hope they succeed. I really do, man, because, the interviews with the players on the sideline, all that other stuff. And it was so glorious, man, because after the Super Bowl, man, every single season, you felt this withdrawal because you're like, no football.
Yep.
Now you got it. Hopefully it's not going to be woke, but we'll have to see.
Well, they're talking about a merge with the CFL, which would get them a lot more talent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the CFL truly is AAA for
Right.
the NFL. You know, there's a lot of guys that crossed the bridge back and forth.
The great Warren Moon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
CFL.
Jeff Garcia. Anybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly. Didn't he play? He played in the
he played
CFL.
the USFL.
USFL. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mark Roberts with $10. Good morning. Congrats on getting over 100K subscribers. I remember this sports channel having 30K subs, and now you guys passed Sports Wars with 105 subs. LOL. You guys deserve it. Keep up the great work. Yeah. We have really been doubling down on the amount of content on this channel. This is the primary channel, so we'll drop 4, maybe 5 videos out there because we're really, really trying to grow. That's what we're doing. Darren Green, $5. Honestly, the whole women's sports, the only women's sports I watch is college softball. Hopefully, we will not get transgender athletes invading that playground. You will have to see about that, man. I mean, that's a whole nother topic for another day on that. But we'll see. Sonny Crockett, $4.99. The Vice is in the building. Me and Tubbs just got back from staking out Calderon. The Vice says, hell no to LaChana Stain James. Hell black and white. Thank you for that super chat.
God, I love Miami Vice. I'm still watching it. I still watch it. Yeah.
I've rewatched that show probably like 3 or 4 times in like the last 7 years. I love Miami Vice.
Yeah. And Michael Mann's movie, # underrated.
Highly underrated. Yeah. Mistress Kitson, $5. They can get equal pay. Just lower the NBA's pay down to what the WNBA gets, and the boom, problem solved. Also, who else misses number 45 being in the Oval Office? Great super chat right there. If they lowered, if they lowered the NBA's salary to the WNBA level, trust me, those players would complain. They would complain. Also, you know what? The WNBA players would complain also because they're expecting the big $1 million salaries that the NBA is getting, and they just don't have the demand for that. They just don't. So,
yeah. Somebody did bring up, and I want to make sure we recognize it. Joe Theismann was in the CFL. Yeah, great Washington Redskins quarterback that had his leg snapped on Monday Night Football. Yep.
I didn't know he was in the
Yep. Doug Flutie.
Oh, Doug Flutie. Yeah, you're right.
Spent a lot of time there. Yeah.
And I said Jim Kelly. Yeah, he played in the USFL right here in Houston. I believe it's the Houston Gamblers, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was the team.
Not to get off on a side note, but if ever there was a league that needs to come back, I'm going to tell you, have you ever looked at the former NFL players that played in the USFL? Good God, it is a who's who of greatness that played in the USFL. We forget Herschel Walker dominated the USFL before he went to the NFL. I mean, had 3 monster seasons. And that's why I contend that Herschel needs to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, because the USFL was pro football. And he had monsters. See, if you add what Herschel did in the USFL against a large amount of NFL talent to his numbers in the NFL, they're nuts. I mean, his numbers become utterly ridiculous. You looking that up?
No, I wasn't looking that up.
Oh, okay.
I was checking on the website.
Listen to this, man. He won the rushing title in 83 and 85. And in the USFL, let me see if I want to make sure that they're not fixing to try to give me some NFL numbers. Shit, those are NFL statistics. Let's see. He won the rushing title twice in the USFL.
See, I didn't even remember him in the USFL.
Okay, here we go. He had 5,562 yards in 3 seasons.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that not crazy?
That's great, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
He played for Trump, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, that's right. Trump.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
USFL did have a lot of people.
Yep. Reggie White. That's right.
The
USFL.
great Reggie White.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So
Eric Breen is in the chat. Oh yeah, I wasn't going to forget. I was going to mention
Young.
Steve Young. Yeah.
LA Express.
Eric Breen, get your camera out. You may be making a video sometime soon on the BNW Live channel, or going live with me, since we're going to cover wrestling over there. So, yeah, get ready.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited for Black and White Live.
Yeah,
I really am, man.
Well, look, people said, "Hey, I'd love to see you do a little bit more of what Outkick does. Yes, call out all the BS, but also talk some sports. You know." And sorry, we won't be talking NBA. Like I said earlier, we won't be talking that. So
no NBA.
Yeah.
We got one super chat here, and then I want to segue over to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Jazz Wash for $5. This channel is amazing. Speak facts always. Thank you for that super chat. We're always going to continue to speak the truth. Now, the Basketball Hall of Fame was yesterday. I didn't get to see it, but Kobe Bryant got in, Kevin Garnett got in, and why is my mind shooting a blank right now?
I don't know. Did Tim
Duncan
got in? Yeah.
Tim Duncan and Rudy Tomjanovich finally got in. So
about time.
Well over time, man. And I got to give credit where credit is due on this. I know I go hard at Greg Popovich, man, but he had been advocating for Rudy T to get in for years. It should have been a no-brainer. I got up this morning, I watched Rudy T's Hall of Fame speech, because to me, man, that was my guy. That's the guy I've been waiting on. I mean, Kobe, Duncan, Garnett, they were getting in no matter what.
Right.
No matter what.
Right.
But Rudy T, man, people forget, man, he was a great basketball player. Everybody knows that Kermit Washington damn near killed him with that punch. But before that punch, man, Rudy T was a 4-time All-Star. He was great for the Rockets. The man won 2 NBA titles with the Houston Rockets as a coach, and he won a gold medal in the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Hall of Fame written all over it. It's disgusting, man, that he had to wait this long for this. And he made, I believe, probably a controversial statement. The man doing his Hall of Fame speech advocated for Robert Horry to make the Hall of Fame. And it was pretty clear. I text Rose about that. And I remember when Robert Horry retired, and you guys know how much I love Robert Horry. I was like, man, he is a hall of something. Something. He wasn't a great player, man, but it's pretty clear. He was a top 5 clutch player of all time in NBA history. Not even debatable.
Without a doubt.
It's not even debatable.
Dude, they're going to let Scrub. I'm going to keep it real. They're going to let Scrubs in like Carmelo Anthony. We can't put Robert Horry in there. I mean, they're going to put the ball hog known as Russell Westbrook in there. John Wall will probably make the NBA Hall of Fame, for crying out loud. How many rings does Robert Horry have? I'm sorry.
He has 7 rings, but he hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history against the Sacramento Kings. 2002 Western Conference Finals. Shaq goes up, misses a shot. I believe Kobe missed a putback, and the ball got hit back to Robert Horry at that 3-point line. He hit that. They're not winning a title without Robert Horry.
People are saying in the chat, no, don't look at the NBA Hall of Fame. Carmelo will moonwalk into the Hall of Fame. They will put Carmelo Anthony in the Hall of Fame. Well, the thing is,
it's not the NBA Hall of Fame, too, you got to remember. It's the International Basketball Hall of Fame. So it's like worldwide, any sports league.
What I'm saying is they put a lot of shooters in there that aren't worth a shit, if you know what I mean. And because they threw up a lot of points on some crappy teams, and they put them in. I mean, come on. To me, he's not. Anthony is not a Hall of Famer, but he'll get in. They'll put him in.
I'm gonna say this, man.
They put everybody in.
Robert Horry is not a Hall of Famer.
No, he's not.
He's not even. He's not. His number's not even retired by the Rockets.
I was joking about that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But
you can't put him in.
But to get back to Rudy T, man, he had to wait so long, man. And Robert Horry played for Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson. He said that Rudy T was the best coach he ever played for. And he was adamant, extremely adamant, that the Rockets would have beat the Bulls. And he gave a very, very good point on this, because he said that Phil Jackson was so arrogant that he would never double team. With the centers the Bulls had, Hakeem Olajuwon would have crushed him big time. I don't know what the Rockets would have won, and we're dealing with hypotheticals here. But he made a really, really good point on that. Rudy T was a magician, man. You know, the Rockets won like 8 straight elimination games. I believe that was like an NBA record. Somebody said Horry is equal to Edelman. That's not a bad comparison there.
That's not terrible.
That's a good comparison.
That's not terrible. Yeah. Yeah, maybe a guy sort of like Deion Branch. Yeah, and absolutely.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison right there. Yeah, somebody said how many All-Stars appearances did Robert Horry make? We're not saying he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I was bullshitting you about that.
But there's no doubt about it, man.
But he's definitely clutch as hell.
One of the top clutch players of all time. I remember, I believe it was 2000 when the Spurs won the title. Was it 2000? I think it's 2005. They were playing the Pistons. End of the game, man. Rasheed Wallace. You know what I was saying? I was watching it. I remember I was sitting in my mom's house in the living room. And they ran that final play. Rasheed Wallace made a boneheaded move. He ran off of Robert Horry. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, what are you doing? Robert Horry gets the ball. Dagger. Spurs win the title. I was like, what are you doing? The one man you cannot leave open on the court in that situation is Robert Horry. And he did it. The man was super duper clutch. And one of the best non-trades in Rocket history. Remember, the Rockets actually tried to get rid of Robert Horry. They were trading him for Sean Elliott because they felt like they needed more offense. I remember Robert Horry sitting in the stands at the Rockets game because he was getting traded. He looked pissed. And thank the gods, man, because Sean Elliott failed his physical, and the rest, as they say, is Rocket history. Back-to-back titles. And then they ended up trading him for Charles Barkley. I wasn't too excited about that trade. I know Barkley.
I remember.
I remember Barkley as your guy. They traded Sam Cassell and Robert Horry. And I was like,
yeah. I really wish Barkley hadn't have done the Rockets thing. If you want to, as Barkley being my favorite player, I wish he would have just went out with the Suns, or called it a career, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. MB says, I like the 94 Rockets more than the 95 Rockets. Actually, the 95 Rockets were better. They were better, man, because they got Clyde Drexler on that team. Hakeem with bananas in the playoffs. He was a better player. And yeah, another point right here. People forget Horry used to play above the rim a lot when he was a Rocket. Yeah, that guy, man, he was really that stretch four. And he was dunking on everybody. He was shot blocking, man. He was so athletic, man. Extremely athletic. The Hall of Fame in the NBA doesn't make sense to me. T-Mac can get in, but Chris Webber can't. Chris Webber just made the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was going to say he did get in. Yeah.
They came out yesterday. So I'm surprised it actually took him that long. Ginobili gets in Hall of Fame. If this was an NBA Hall of Fame, Manu Ginobili is not a Hall of Famer by NBA standards, not even close.
No matter what Skip Bayless says or Spurs fans.
No.
I'm sorry, but he's not getting in,
but
or shouldn't get in.
Since this is, he won a gold medal for Argentina, he's gonna get in. But Manu is one of the most overrated players in NBA history to me. He just is.
Good God, if that sucker caught fire on NBA Jam, you couldn't stop him, boy. He was deadly. He was deadly on NBA Jam. Was it NBA Jam? Yeah, NBA Jam.
I don't know. I didn't play it. So,
woo, man, he was lethal on that game.
Oh, here we go, man. Here we go. Sorry, John, but Rockets do not win in 94, 95 if Jordan didn't play baseball. Well, would the Bulls have won if they were playing on the prime Celtics or the prime Lakers? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And do you realize at that time the Rockets were a matchup nightmare for the Bulls? They could barely ever beat the Rockets. The Rockets was 7-3 against them because the King was killing them. So we never know what's going to happen. And by the way, guys, wasn't Michael Jordan there in 95? Yeah, he was. And he lost to the Magic, who the Rockets swept in the finals. So we just threw that BS out there. It's not true. He was there. And Michael Jordan averaged almost 30 in the playoffs that season. And I'll admit he was a little rusty.
Michael Jordan said he was not. He didn't like playing Hakeem.
No,
at all.
He said, "We're scared of the big African. We can't stop him."
God.
That's why he had a whole bunch of Rudy T even talked about this in interviews in the past. Man, he said Michael Jordan had a whole bunch of respect for the Rockets, man, because they had no answer for Hakeem. None. Zero zilch. And Robert Horry said that Hakeem was 20 times better than Tim Duncan. I believe that's a stretch, but I do believe that Hakeem was better than Tim Duncan. But 20 times is a stretch. But that just shows you, man, how much respect Robert Horry had for the Rockets. And he played for all of them.
Wait a minute. Where did I just see that? Did I see that? Was that a serious comment?
What did you see?
I saw something about Manu. Ginobili should be in the Hall of Fame. He was the face of the Spurs?
Hell no.
David Robinson or Tim Duncan, anybody? No way.
It's not even close. The best players in Spurs history are Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Iceman is third.
George Gervin,
yeah. And then after that, it's a huge drop-off. Manu Ginobili is not in that class. Was Manu Ginobili ever in the MVP conversation?
For anybody other than Skip Bayless, no.
Yeah, not even close. Not even close.
And look, Manu was a solid player. He was.
He was a really good player.
Solid, yeah. Everybody is loving Cookie making an appearance in the live stream. Cookie, come here. Cookie, come here. Cookie Monster, come on, show out. There she is. Yep. Oh, she's pissy. Yep. Ow. Motherfucker. Oh, she just scratched the hell out of me, folks. Yeah, the hell out of me. John just dropped right out. Yeah. So, no, Manu should not be in the Hall of Fame ever in life. And I think we were going to drop a controversial take, and I don't know where the hell John went. So I'm going to wait on him to drop that. Come on in. Come in, guys. Who care about the NBA now or then? Oh, no. We watched the NBA back in the day, Joe. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oreo cookie. That's correct. Yes. Okay. We'll just talk about that real fast. Her daddy is named Oreo. And then she is named Oreo Cookie. But we also call her Monster or Cookie Monster or Cookie Mama. And then Oreo's got a son, and his name is Oreo Double Stuff Junior. Yeah, Oreo Double Stuff Junior, and we call him Junior. Yeah. Is it any surprise a redneck's got a cat named Junior? I don't think that's a big surprise. Where the hell did you go?
Am I back? Am I sounding okay?
Yeah.
Okay. My power strip is right beneath my foot, and my foot hit the power strip, so it disconnected my docking station. So
I've done that in the my other back when I was on the other side and had my studio set up. Yeah. Dwayne Wade is the best trans player of all time.
Ooh, that's funny. That's funny right there. What did I miss, man?
We have been talking about cats. Yeah, because they wanted to see Cookie, and then I had to explain the generational thing we've got going on in the house. Because technically speaking, there's 3 Oreos in the house. Yeah, we got the dad, who's actually Oreo, and then we have his kid. Now, Oreo's 22 pounds.
Wow, that's a big cat.
And Junior is 19. That's his kid. Double Stuff Oreo Junior. And Cookie, Oreo Cookie. So, yeah.
That's hilarious, man. Oh, by the way, man, I almost forgot, man. Guess who came back the other day? LeBron James.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he came back, man.
He played in the game, you mean?
He played the game.
Wow.
I guess no excuses. That. No excuses this time, I guess. But the Lakers are still in that playoff. They're still in that that 7th spot. They need help to avoid the playoff scenario. I think there's only 1 game left.
Won't they draw? I saw yesterday. Will they draw Golden State?
Let me see. I'm not exactly sure, but according to the standings here, LA is in the 7th spot. I guess they would draw the Warriors. So I guess it's 7, 8, and then 9 and 10 play each other. I guess that's the way it works. And the Lakers have won 4 in a row. Yeah, so they need the Blazers to lose because the Blazers have the tiebreaker right now. So, and we got a $10 super sticker from Joe, or no, just $10 super chat from Joe Stout. Didn't say anything. Appreciate it. So it looks like they're going to be playing the Warriors.
I still won't be watching, but it's always possible Steph shoots their asses right out of the building.
That's a possibility, man. Yeah, that is a possibility. Golden State has won 5 in a row. Memphis has won 5 in a row too. So actually, the Warriors and Memphis are tied with each other, and 8 and 9. And the Spurs are going to get in as a 10th seed. They're 5 games under 500. You know that Pop actually missed their game the other day. I guess it didn't matter because they were locked into the 10th spot because he wanted to go see Tim Duncan get inducted.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, was he out doing some social justice work? Maybe walking the streets for the BLM. What was he doing? Mm-hmm. Was he wearing some Antifa gear?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, if the Spurs were fighting for a position, then I'm willing to bet he probably wouldn't have went to the Hall of Fame. So, but yeah, I think now, if the Lakers are healthy, a healthy Lakers team should beat the Warriors. They should actually beat them pretty easily, to tell you the truth. But we'll see what happens, man.
I'm not so sure. Steph Curry's had that team on his back all year. So
yeah, but a healthy Lakers team should be light years better than the Warriors.
Should be. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, the Lakers have to lose 2 straight playing games to be eliminated. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't.
Look,
and plus the Lakers would have the home court too.
I want to see the Lakers get in just so I can make fun of the ratings.
Yeah,
I mean, that's truly the reason I'd like to see them get in.
If they get, I'm not exactly sure how they're doing this whole. If they actually get in, if they would play either Phoenix or the Jazz, since those are the 2 top seeds, because essentially they're jockeying for the 7th or 8th spot in the regular playoffs. So we'll see. This whole play-in tournament thing, I think the NBA just really wanted it because of they have 10 games fewer than a regular season. So they wanted that as a money grab, really.
Well, I think they thought it was going to be better received by the public, and it has not been better received by the people that are actually still watching.
True.
That are actually still watching.
Who's still watching? I don't even know many people watching.
I'm telling you, every time I do the ratings, I always tell people, because I get asked, who the hell are these people still watching the NBA? And I'm like, look, you've got NBA ratings primarily coming from both coasts, New York, New Jersey, and California. That's where the biggest ratings are with the NBA. And you've got gambling. Look, you've got a section of people out there that will never give up sports because they cannot give up sports gambling. They can't shake it. They can't get out of it,
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but you get it. I mean,
right.
It's I mean, yeah, Joe Stout's right. It's the people that voted for Creeper up there in office right now that are still hanging on and watching.
Yeah.
Beijing Biden's bunch is still watching. But yeah, look, there's even numbers that's come out that says that there's a good
lot of Democrats aren't watching.
A lot of Democrats don't want to see it either in politics. Don't want to see them talk politics in the NBA either.
And the social justice Democrats, they weren't watching the NBA anyway. So what does that tell you?
Well, that's the thing. That's what we've seen in entertainment. That's what we've seen in sports. Is they're catering to all those insane woke lunatics on Twitter. Everybody's making business decisions over people on Twitter. That is the weirdest thing.
That's the dumbest thing, man. Because those people don't support your products anyway.
Outside of content creators, do you know any regular people that are regularly on Twitter all the time?
No,
I don't.
I deleted my Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I go on Twitter under the sports handle. That's pretty much it. Giants Nation with a $4.99 super chat. What's up, Bit Fan? I haven't watched a single MLB or NBA game, and it sucks because the Knicks, Mets, and Yankees are doing good, but go woke, go broke. I know, man. The Yankees have rebounded from a slow start. My Astros are on fire right now. They're doing pretty good. I believe they got the same record as the Yankees now. I think the Astros are 23-17 right now, half game out of first place.
I'm a Yankees fan, and if it wasn't for Boomer and Gio out of New York talking about the Yankees, and they went through a slump a while back, but evidently they kind of got it together, I wouldn't have any idea what was going on with the Knicks, the Mets, any of those guys. So I wouldn't have a clue. I mainly watch them because I want to hear them talk about the Jets.
Yeah. And the Knicks are doing pretty good this season. I believe they are. Let me see here. The Knicks, the Knicks are 41-31.
Dude, the Knicks are good. The Knicks are good.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. They won 2 in a row.
Julius Randle is a turned into a legitimate beast up there. Julius Randle, who the Lakers got rid of, has turned into a monster. Yeah.
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 Too bad nobody cares.
That's right.
I mean, could this actually be just a blip with the Knicks? Could be. Never know. They could easily, fall off a cliff. I mean, James Dolan, man, is pretty horrible, man. The Knicks fans do not like him. But the Knicks fans are so dumb, they keep supporting him, though.
On a side note, talking MLB, why the hell didn't Pujols retire?
Good point, man. He is done. Albert Pujols, I put up a video on the live channel about him. He's 41 years old right now. He was batting 196.
Yeah.
Albert Pujols, 196. He hasn't been good for like 5 years. This guy was way up there with like Barry Bonds in his prime. That's how great he was. And apparently he was upset about his playing time with the Angels. And now he goes and he signs with an NL team.
Yeah.
They don't have a DH. That team is stats. They don't need him. He's not going to play. He's not going to play. I don't get this.
Baby, why'd you do that? The money's coming right back in the house. What the hell?
Well, she just gave me about $2 out of that. So
$2. That's right.
Mrs. Rants with a $5 super chat. But thank you. Do appreciate it. But Albert Pujols, man, do you think he's actually going to make it the rest of the season? I don't think so.
No, he should have retired. Stop. Yeah, he probably should have retired 3 years ago. I mean, he should have retired 3 years ago, for crying out. Now, I'll tell you this. God, he was a great player.
I know, man.
Jeez,
he really was.
Good.
Some people believe he lied about his age. I don't know.
I remember that now. I forgot about that. Yeah. I do remember them talking about how he lied about his age, or they thought he might have lied about his age.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his numbers right now? I'm going to look.
It was 196, I believe, like 5 home runs. I don't know, man, but his on base percentage atrocious.
Well, I wanted to look at his career numbers. Good.
Oh, his career numbers.
God,
in his prime, man, he was batting like 324. It probably dropped down to about 310 now because he's been so bad.
298 now.
Oh, he's 298. That dude was like a 324 hitter every single season.
Yep.
I mean, wow. What's his numbers for this year?
Listen to this, man. 667 home runs.
He's around King Griffey Jr.
2,112 RBIs. That is crazy as hell.
That's
God
amazing.
Almighty.
The
3-time MVP.
Was amazing.
2-time world champion. 6-time Silver Slugger. Batting title. Jesus. 2-time Gold Glove.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Home run seasons. 43, 46, 41, 49, 47, 42, 40. And I can't tell you how many 30 home run seasons I didn't mention there.
He had a lot of those. We got a super chat here. Giants Nation 499. By the way, I live in New York and they still refuse to let us to not wear masks. I hate it. And Andrew is the worst, of course. Oh, he's talking about COVID Cuomo, man.
What about that lunatic? What is his name? De Blasio up there?
The mayor of New York City, yeah.
Eating French fries and going, this burger. I was like, this guy is nuts.
That was nuts. Weird, man.
He thinks some burgers and fries are going to get people to take a shot? Is he crazy? Who is he influencing with that crap?
For some fries. And you know what? French fries are bad for your health. And the virus affects people that are pretty much out of shape and don't eat right and take care of themselves. And we got one donation here. Linda with a $5 donation on our website. Really do appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Let's throw LeBron under the bus real fast, because that son bitch is so woke, and he went out there shilling for the left last year to try to get Beijing Biden elected. LeBron James, LaChina James, LaWoke James, you have not taken your vaccine. Where you at, LeBron? How come you're not leading the forefront?
He still hasn't taken it.
Him and Dennis Schroeder, last I heard, still have not taken their vaccine. Oh no!
Because
get out there and take it, homie.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the NBA, I could be wrong. Maybe it's the NFL. If you have taken your vaccines, now you don't have to wear your mask. The other day he was wearing a mask, so I don't know. But he's playing now though. I don't know how that work. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, I mean, why hadn't he taken it a long time ago? He's been leading the charge on this partisan politics on the left side. Where has he been at?
Maybe because Trump is the reason why the vaccines got out. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. He's a never Trumper.
It's something we don't ever bring up enough, but look, these folks got that vaccine because of Trump.
The only reason the vaccine is out there is because of Trump.
Period.
And of course, Beijing Biden is not giving Trump any credit, but I digress.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't surprise us.
Yeah. Well, man, I can go on a lot about the mask and everything, but I was in HEB today, and everybody's still masked up. I wasn't wearing a mask when I went in there this morning. Dan Demand 966 with Canadian $5. Do you guys agree that the Euros this year would be bigger than the Olympics? Hashtag black and white sports. The Euros this year, what do you mean by that?
It's soccer, right?
I guess. That's what you're talking about, the soccer bigger than the Olympics? I don't know, man. I don't really follow soccer. I'm not huge on the Olympics either, so I don't know.
Well, the Olympics ratings have been steadily falling every Olympics for the last 20 years. Yeah, we don't have the stars come out of the Olympics like we once did. I mean, the only ones I can think of is Michael Phelps came out of the Olympics, and swimming had massive ratings. It's particular events that can draw ratings if there is somebody that they have been playing up. So go for it.
Rich with a $4.99 super chat. Hey, I'm a huge fan of you guys. LaChina James needs to get the F out of here. What happened with the WNBA? Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the show, thanks to that super chat. When the national anthem started to play, before it started to play, the players on the court, and then they walked to the tunnel because they didn't want to honor America because they're so woke. That's what happened. Rhodes put out a video on that and covered it, man. Not a surprise, man. That's why I said that the WNBA is actually probably more woke than the NBA. But nobody pays attention to the WNBA. If the WNBA got the attention that the NBA got, I think that more people would actually see it's actually more woke than the NBA. So that's pretty much it. I think we're going to be wrapping this up, man. We've been going about an hour and 5 minutes right now. Any other final words, Rhodes, before we wrap this show up?
Negative. Everybody have a safe Sunday. Don't forget to subscribe to the live channel because it will have extra original sports content over there.
Yep.
So,
and the audio from this show will be put on your favorite podcasting platform. I'm going to handle that when we actually get done wrapping up this show here. And we just cracked 500 viewers at the end of the show. Yeah. But I think that's pretty much it. That's all we have to say. Rose got one more thing here.
Well, guys, just remember the ultimate goal is every morning, eventually, you will see myself and John Matrix on a morning show on this channel talking sports every morning. So just like people once enjoyed Mike and Mike in the morning, once enjoyed whatever insert morning sports show you were listening to, every day we want about a 3-hour morning show.
Yeah.
But we can't do that until we got to be full time to do it.
We got to get the memberships up on the website. Let's be honest. That's what's got to happen.
Yeah.
We need to grow the website even more. We had a good start. We kind of hit a stall, but that was kind of be expected. But if you guys can grab memberships to the website, because that is the key to us, you know, going full time really and delivering the stuff that you guys want us to talk about. Yep. But I think that's going to wrap up the show, guys. You guys enjoy your Sunday. Be on the lookout. We're going to have videos dropping here on the channel today, in addition to, you know, of course, to the live channel. So be safe. Have a great day. We will catch you almost next time, because I was just about to click in broadcast, and a super chat pops up. James Harrison for $5. Love the channel and will continue to support y'all, especially since I hear y'all say HEB. Thank you for that super chat. Really appreciate it. So I'm going to click the end broadcast button now. Have a great day. Be safe, everybody. We'll catch you guys next.